and we're delighted to have in the studio with us this morning Richard Gadd, Stuart Campbell, and Mitchell Robertson. You're allowed to cheer yourself. You can clap and cheer. You can do all that.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thanks for having us.
Richard Gadd, star and creator of Baby Reindeer.
Yeah,
You've got a new show that's coming out.
I do.
Called Half Man. I've watched the trailers. I've read everything about it. I cannot wait for this. It launches on Friday on the BBC. And you look like the Hulk.
I appreciate that.
You've bulked up for this role in Half Man alongside Jamie Bell and these two amazing actors next to you, and we'll speak to them in just a wee second. Yeah. But where did the inspiration come for this show, Half Man? Because it looks unbelievable.
Yeah, well, I think there was... I don't know, sometimes I just need the sort of creative idea just to take me. I mean, I wrote episode 1 before Baby Reindeer was commissioned into a full series, funnily enough, back in 2019. I can only assume there was a lot of conversation around, I don't know, male violence at that point. So I guess I just thought, well, you take two broken men, you flash back to their childhood, you contextualise all the stuff they learned, all the prejudices they soak up, and you kind of link all the way back to their adulthood and explain why we find these broken men in the present in a lot of ways. But really, it was just a creative idea that kind of took me, and so I ran with it. Sometimes that's kind of all I need.
You look big. You've bulked up for it. Yeah. How did you get to that size? What did you do?
Well, I knew I needed to change everything about myself because Baby Reindeer was so ubiquitous that to buy Donnie Dunn, the guy in the kind of striped comedy suit, as this epitome of male violence, I knew I needed to change everything about myself. So I changed my entire diet. I worked out 6 days a week, sometimes twice a day. I had a personal trainer, nutritionist. I even had meals made for me in England that would be sent up to the exact calorie requirements that was needed, and I'd eat them at the exact same time each day. It was like choreographed to a T, and I never veered from it once. I never broke my diet once.
How long did that take? How many?
Probably about a year.
Really?
Was that a year?
It was about a year of pretty solid
and
work.
And see, when you finish that, you go, oh, just give me a pizza and head first into a big bag of chips.
You wouldn't believe what I ate on the last day of filming.
Oh, tell me.
I couldn't. It's so gluttonous. I don't think I would ever be able to live it down. But I remember, the production it was a momentous moment for the production, and they went out. I'll tell you, it was a McDonald's, right? But they went out, and you'd think they were feeding the whole crew. I'll put it that
way. You just sit going, I'm going for it. I have watched the first episode, and it's an incredible bit of television. So first of all, congratulations. Your writing is phenomenal.
Oh, thank you so much.
It's a difficult watch, Richard.
Oh, yeah.
And I feel that's the point of it, though, is this, you're uncomfortable examining all these different themes that you're writing about. Do you set out to make people feel uncomfortable when they watch it because you need that?
Well, I mean, I think art, it can be challenging. I think it should challenge people to think and feel and all kinds of things. But it's not like I naturally set out to do it. I just kind of write what's right for the story. I mean, it's a show about male repression. It's a show about male violence. And I think you can't explore male repression without kind of showing some dramatic things that happen in the childhood to make these characters the way they are in their adult life. So I never set out with the intention. It's all creative, born out of character. I just think life is complicated and life is difficult and life is challenging. And so many brutal things happen in life. If we just look around the world with where we are now, so many things are going on in the world that are quite brutal. So I don't see why we shouldn't reflect that back on screen.
Now, Richard, you play Reuben, and Stuart, you play young Reuben.
I do.
How important was it for the two of you to kind of discuss and work out, the character when he's young and the character when he's old and the similarities and all that?
Yeah, I mean, we spoke about it all the way. I mean, Richard was there from the first audition all the way through the rehearsal process, and as an exec every day on set, so we could have conversations all the time, and I had him to lean on if I had any questions. But he was really good at kind of letting me kind of do my thing and be spontaneous and find and play on the day with Mitchell. There was ideas that we spoke about, but he kind of he let me sort of. He's very clear that he didn't want to kind of inhibit my own performance and idea. To begin with.
And say for you to get the role to play a young Richard Gadd, what was the audition process like? Was he sat at a desk watching you perform as him?
I can't remember if it was confirmed that you were playing older Reuben on the first audition, but and I don't think Baby Reindeer come out yet. When
Oh, really?
yeah. This is we're talking two years
Wow.
2 years ago, sort of. I mean, it was around the time that it was sort of I think the trailer had been released, but
So back then, did you not know he was going to be a big deal?
well, I
Did you ever have any doubts?
I had no doubts. I had no doubts. No. I can. I mean, yeah.
And those doubts would have disappeared when he wins a Golden
Of
Globe
course.
and a couple of Emmys and stuff. Yeah,
yeah.
you're thinking,
and
right,
you're like, yeah, Dad said I've signed
so
up for this.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. All right, here we go. This is it. No, he's I kind of went into the process having that idea, but try and not let that pressure kind of get.
and Mitchell, you play the young version of Jamie Bell, who
Yeah.
stars alongside Richard in Half Man.
Yeah.
What was that like for you?
Yeah, I mean, it was like just amazing. Yeah, just like totally, like to get to play a part like this where the character's so
It's intense.
yeah, he does have a really intense journey.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of different layers to him and also to the story and to the relationship he's got with Ruben. And like I think as a young actor it's really exciting to get to like you want to do the big stuff, do you know what I mean? You want to get a chance to do the intense things or play characters that go through big moments. So like it was scary, the idea of having to do it, but like also like really exciting.
Was it more scary after Baby Reindeer went big time? Because this is like the second difficult album, isn't it?
Oh, don't say it like that.
Bear in mind it's not been released yet.
Wait. No, but you know, I
Yeah,
mean,
oh, yeah.
there's huge expectation.
Oh, for sure.
What's coming next? Because it's a bit like when an album blows up for a musician.
Yeah.
What's the second album going to be like?
Yeah.
Do you have those fears and anxieties? Because you would never have guessed in a million years that Baby Reindeer was going to explode the way that it did. And everyone's going, right, what's he got next? What's he going to give us next?
Yeah, I mean, the pressure's there for sure, and the expectation's there. I mean, to be honest, when I'm going through a creative process, all I can focus on is just trying to get it the best I possibly can. And that becomes the overwhelming pressure for me. Now that the show's coming out, it's out in 4 days' time, 4 or 5 days' time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm starting to feel it.
What do you lie in your bed thinking of? You're like,
Oh, well, I very obsessive worker, a complete workaholic, and I lie in bed just questioning everything. Like there's that famous saying that an art project or a project, whether television or otherwise, is abandoned, never finished.
oh yeah.
And it's so true because I could stay working on it forever if I wanted to. But yeah, I think I just lie awake hoping people like it. You know,
Yeah.
I've worked so hard on it, and it's been 2 years since Baby Reindeer, so very fast turnaround. So I just hope people like it.
The chemistry between these boys in the first episode is absolutely off the
yeah.
scale. What did it feel like for you to watch that, like your characters come to life through Stuart and Mitchell?
I loved it. I loved these boys from the start. You know, funnily enough, like Mitchell was like the third person to ever audition, and I think Stuart was like the 6th or the 7th. And I kind of knew really early on that I wanted these guys, but it felt, you know, you go through the audition process, it felt kind of a bit too easy. Oh, what the 2 of the first 10? So we ended up going around almost seeing every young actor in the whole country, only to circle back to these guys.
So
who-
those two kind of like stuck in your head.
Oh yeah, I wanted them from the
Or are
start.
you just saying that because they're stood next to you?
No, honestly, I'll go on record, everyone in production will say. And I knew really from the start, but we had to turn over every stone, you know, and we put them through their paces. They auditioned about 5 times or something. But I knew the second they read together that I was seeing a chemistry that I hadn't seen before in television. I absolutely, love them to bits.
And is it true you weren't actually going to be in it, and it was Jamie Bell that changed your mind?
Yeah, there was a couple of things. Baby Reindeer came out. It was such an explosion. I suddenly became a kind of, I suppose, a marketable figure. And so there was a lot of sort of, there was a lot of desire even from the channels for me to be in it. But Jamie was the first person to suggest it. I sent it to Jamie. I couldn't get it out of my head that he would be a great Nile. And I flew to LA to meet him. And we had a great meeting. And he said, I really want to act with you in this. Have you thought about this? And I said, and then immediately I was like, well, Ruben, you know, Donnie Dunn to Ruben Pallister. It's a big challenge and a big shift. And around about this time, the channels were also kind of being like, we really want you to be in this in a meaningful way. And so Ruben was kind of, you know, staring me in the face, and it terrified me enough to make me want to do it.
So Jamie Bell's to blame for you bulking up and not eating properly for a year.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah,
But then he's to blame for that amazing big dirty McDonald's that came your way at the end of it.
Hate him and love him all at once.
And Mitchell, are you nervous ahead of Half Man being released on the BBC this coming Friday? You got a wee bit of nerves about you?
I'm not so much nervous for people watching the show, because I think the show's really great and I'm like really proud of it. But I guess a wee bit nervous around all that kind of comes with that potentially. Maybe it's like
your life could change after Friday night. Properly, like big style.
It could stay the same as well, though. and maybe both are equally as nerve-wracking. Do you know what I mean?
Because look what happened to Richard after Baby Reindeer. Boom!
Yeah.
It can happen.
Although, in fairness, Ewan does claim it's because, Richard, you were on his TV show years ago.
Oh, yeah.
That's why you got your fame.
Yeah.
Well, maybe now that we're here, it'll maybe you're the
100%. And what about yourself, Stuart? Are you nervous ahead of the big launch on Friday?
Not really. Maybe it's sort of strange to say it, and I should be saying that I am, but I don't really have any nerves. Maybe just like not really letting myself think about that. But I'm just really proud and really, really grateful to kind of have been given the opportunity to do it, and I would do it all again. I'd do it all again, the whole process. I loved it from the start. So.
I think it's a limited series, so doing it again is probably
that's
unlikely. Unless I don't know what limited series means.
Richard Gadd, the star and creator of Baby Reindeer, wasn't meant to be in Half Man, but Jamie Bell, one of the other stars of the show, persuaded him to get involved. And he does look the part. You look pretty scary as well, my friend. But let's go back to when we first met. It must have been 2016, 2017, something like that.
Yeah.
And I interviewed you a couple of times. And I knew that stand-up comedy wasn't for you. Right?
I think everyone did.
And as hard as you tried...
Oh, yeah.
It just wasn't, was it?
No.
When did you realise, Richard, that you were not a stand-up comedian? Because we had a long chat in a pub in Edinburgh, and we knew it wasn't happening for you.
No, absolutely. I sort of my comedy, as we all know from Baby Reindeer, was always extremely it was anti-comedy, both literally and figuratively. But
is that posh for not funny?
Well, yeah, exactly. Most Friday, Saturday night crowds would agree with that for sure. But I would be going up and down and, alienating comedy. Yeah, sometimes, actually a lot of times it would go well, to be fair, but it was always like 50-50, and I either died a hard death or it went really, really well. And it was it was an extreme way to live. And I did a show in 2016 called Monkey See, Monkey Do, which was a very theatrical show in a lot of ways. I ran on a treadmill. I was getting chased by a monkey. It's very hard to describe, but it went really, really well. But it was a very serious show. It explored very dark themes that I won't go into this morning. But a lot of people, were saying, okay, we love the show, but it's not funny enough to be a comedy show. There was this debate around it, whether it was a comedy show. To me, it was a comedy show. But I thought, you know what? If everyone's saying I'm too serious now to be on comedy stages, why don't I go do a theatre piece? And that was Baby Reindeer. So that's what but me to here.
That was that?
Yeah.
Was it after our conversation?
Yeah. I think, you inspired me.
Yeah.
Beyond all imagination, for sure.
But yet, there you are accepting your Emmys, and at no point did you thank me on stage.
Sorry.
See the sheet of paper he had? You were on the other side.
On the other side.
He just didn't have time to flip it over.
I realised the second I did it, honestly.
And I'm going to ask Stuart and Mitchell, who are also stars of this new show that looks phenomenal, Half Man. It's out on Friday. Were you aware of Richard as a stand-up comedian before Baby Reindeer?
Yeah.
I was going to say, I actually did see Monkey See, Monkey Do. I actually loved it. So
did you?
Yeah. I thought he was a great comedian. Yeah.
Oh, you thought he was a great comedian?
I'm going against the great guys.
Mate, you've already got your money. You're fine.
You've signed. The check is in.
I'm waiting for a second series. But
could there be a second series?
Oh, I always say never say never, but never.
So are you one of those? So Baby Reindeer, huge hit. You've got Half Man.
Yeah.
So it's one project. There's no follow-ups. There's no sequels. Or in your mind, is that the way you like to work? Is that the way you see it?
Well, for now, maybe. I always want to keep challenging myself and doing new things. For some reason, I've come up with two projects that have felt perfect for a limited series format. I'd love to do a drama in the future. I'd love to do a film. Might go back to stand-up comedy. Who
No,
knows?
don't. Trust me, don't.
But I want to keep challenging myself. It's just so, the limited series format just feels right for me right now, especially just with these two stories. So, yeah, I just quite like it. And I like to, do a project and then move on to something else. And sometimes you can do a drama series and it can go on for 10 years. People can be in it for 10 years before they get out the other side. And I like to keep things kind of moving. And
what's your movie idea? You've clearly got an idea in your head.
I do. I couldn't
He's
possibly say.
literally not going to tell you.
Say. But it starts in Edinburgh with you.
Now, Mitchell, do you have an Uncle Dave?
I do. Wait, where's this going? Yeah.
Why do you look so worried now?
Surprise! No,
He's not going to walk in, is he?
He's not, no, but we do have a message from your Uncle Dave.
Oh, God. Oh,
He's
no
just
way.
sent in a message saying, it's so lovely to hear my nephew Mitchell on Ewen Cat show. He's made it now.
Wow.
So not being cast in Richard's amazing TV show, the fact you're on our
On the show, yeah.
you have made it.
Do you know Uncle Dave?
I do.
I'm glad.
Yeah.
Does Uncle Dave give good presents, like at Christmas and birthdays and stuff? Is he that kind of uncle?
Or the embarrassing drunk one. We all have
It
one.
could be the embarrassing drunk one. I think he's more. I don't think he'll mind me saying that. Yeah. But it's actually, as far as embarrassing drunk uncles go, he's a good one.
Right, he's a good one.
Yeah. I mean, he sends messages in. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, he's
That's lovely.
listening. He's listening. Stuart, I know you're all based down south at the moment. How much fun was it being in Scotland to shoot this?
Oh, amazing! I mean, all my family are kind of based up here, and I brought my car up and kind of to sort of de-stress after the week or decompress, because some of the scenes and some of the things we do can be, it's intense. So I'd kind of drive up outside of Glasgow, go to the west coast, and it's just one of the most beautiful sceneries and settings in all of Europe.
What was it like working with Richard? Was there a nervousness about working with him?
No, actually, well, maybe weird to hear. I felt really kind of comfortable. We actually did a very brief sort of part on a show called Clique back in 2018. So I'd met him before and we'd hung out. And
was he funny then?
It was still just as funny. So I actually felt very kind of safe and comfortable to be able to, in the audition room, challenge myself and push myself.
Safe's a very important word, because there are some themes in this that are very challenging indeed, and it is a difficult watch. Do you have like an intimacy coordinator? How do these scenes come about? I mean, we won't talk about them graphically because there's obviously kids in the car and stuff. But
no, we can't move for intimacy coordinators on this show. They're everywhere.
Well,
They're honestly, you
together in
can't
the
get away from them. But no, we knew we were going to some dark places, and it wasn't just the scenes which had intimacy and stuff in them, which we always had intimacy coordinators from. We had therapists on set for particularly challenging days and all kinds of things. So we knew we were going to some extreme places, and that there was a duty of care there that we had to fulfil.
Do you know, because like having watched Baby Reindeer, which again it's genius, but again quite uncomfortable at times, and the first episode of this I found very uncomfortable but compelling. I want to know what happens, and that's good story writing and stuff like that. But I'm really delighted to see that you are quite joyous.
Oh yeah.
Because I was like, oh my goodness, this man's brain, what's going on in there? And you do seem like you've got light in your life as well.
Thank you very much.
So where does the joy come
that.
from in your life?
Well,
then?
interviews like this, I think.
He gets joy from McDonald's.
Genuinely, I was a wee bit worried about you, and I'm delighted to see that you've got.
Thank you. I like to think I'm a fully functioning human being at the end of the day. But no, I do. I get my art is my expression of the world, and I like to write the painful inconsistencies of life. I like to write the darkness. I think we all have it within us. I think you can. I think humans are innately complicated, and that's what I like to bring to screen. And I think art should challenge you and move you and do all kinds of things. But no, life's all right now. Yeah,
Good.
It's good.
Good. I'm happy. Honestly, I was like, I hope the boy's okay.
I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
and I loved. I know that when you're writing, you get up dead early in the morning, and you've got quite a process. You always go running, and you've got your music on. What kind of music do you listen to when you're in that process?
Well, I always try and create a playlist that kind of mirrors what I think the show is in a lot of ways, and quite a lot of that music makes it into the show in a lot of ways as well. And it's not just era stuff. It's not just, okay, some of these scenes are in the 80s, so I'm going to listen to 80s music. It's actually just something that I think captures the core of the show. And so I get up early and I write. I write all the time, constantly. If I told you my working hours, you wouldn't believe them. I particularly like to write really early in the morning, like 4 or 5 a.m. before the world kind of wakes up. I feel like you get a lot of concentration time, almost just like a sense of peace during that time. And then, if I take breaks, I go for a run, I put my headphones in and I try to sort of get that music in my body so I can go back and write after the run.
What were you listening to? Give us a band or a singer, do you remember?
Well, there was so much. I listened to a lot of Stranglers, a lot of Ian Dury for this.
I'll be perfect for this.
Oh, yeah. A lot of like sort of male swagger songs, the Specials.
Yeah.
And then there was a song that didn't make it into the show, which is actually a Libertine song called Night of the Hunter, which is a really special song, I think. But for some reason, it really spoke to me when I wrote this. It didn't make it into the show in the end, but for some reason it seemed to encapsulate the whole mood I was trying to get to with Half Man.
And Stuart, what music do you listen to? Just out of curiosity, you're the young team.
I'm the young team.
How old are you, Stuart?
I'm 27.
27. So you're young team. So what are you listening to right now?
I sort of exist in the 90s though. I mean, early 90s, late 80s are sort of. I have a Nirvana tattoo on my arm. I grew up.
How cool are you?
But sort of early 90s grunge, or kind of I dip into REM as well. They're my sort of second favourite band.
We play them both here.
REM,
yes, we do.
No, well done
If
you.
I had one song, I think it would be Shiny Happy People by
Would
REM.
it?
Yeah.
Brilliant. And Mitchell?
I think I've got really bad music taste. Embarrassing music taste. I love Paolo Nutini. Paolo Nutini's my cool go-to.
Yeah, love Paolo.
Yeah.
Would Uncle Dave agree with you they've got a poor taste in music?
Probably. He'd probably agree that I've got a poor taste in a lot of things. Music's one of them.
Well, listen, I think the show's absolutely brilliant. I think you've got a surefire hit in your hands. Richard, finally, you get 6 Emmys, you've got the Golden Globes, all of that kind of stuff. Who, when you're standing there and there's the most famous people in the world in the room, who's the most famous people or person that's come up to you and said that they loved your work? Like a pinch me moment going, how has my life become this?
Oh, there's a few.
Go for it.
Have we got time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I think growing up a massive wrestling fan, getting a video of John Cena was pretty special.
I literally did not expect that.
That was special. That video was backed up on about 7 different hard drives. He wrote me this lovely video. I got a call off Elton John. He said really lovely things. Growing up listening to his music, that meant a lot. And I'm a massive fan of the Pogues. So sadly, Shane passed before the show came out. But I've met all the Pogues since then, and that probably means the most of all because their music has inspired my life and got me through some of the hardest times. So that's been amazing.
Wow,
Richard.
John Cena and Elton John were not a duo that I ever expected, but.
Richard, it's been a pleasure to meet you this morning. Well,
thanks so much.
I mean, we've met before, but it's nice seeing you, and you're doing all right for yourself, mate.
Thanks very much.
You're doing all right for yourself, and I'm pretty sure Half Man is going to be the hit that you expect it to be, that I expect it to be, because it looks absolutely phenomenal. Also to Stuart and also to Mitchell as well. Guys, your life's about to change, I think.
Wow.
It's going to change.
Wow.
Don't know.
No, I think it's going to change.
All because you've been an STV radio.
Lads, it's been a pleasure, and the best of luck with Half Man.